Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Geek Fruit with fellow and television geeks Tejas, Jishnu and Dinkar as they discuss the world of science fiction and nerd culture.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Well, what do we have here today? It's a new day, but I think we're going to stick with these topics that we spoke about. I mean, yesterday, if you heard our show, we did tell you that we'll be in detail reviewing all the teams who went about in the draft and picked the respective Indian players. We shall also, since we are looking at the Indian squad, we'll also, when we talk about the teams, whoever have retained the Indian players, we'll also talk about that. But today we're talking about these two teams that couldn't retain. One could not retain, but the other chose not to retain and go and start fresh in the ISL draft. Let's look at them. But before we look at that, we have a signing news, which is Ian Hume is coming back to Kerala Blasters. After 2014, when ISL started, he began his ISL career with the team, Kerala Blasters, and then 2 seasons following that he was with ATK. So preferably, I think, successful teams, you can say, in ISL history.
Pretty good. I mean, he reached the final twice, finally won it.
Yeah.
Last year.
He's also apparently the highest goal scorer in the tournament. He's also a crowd favourite. I mean, wherever he went, he pulled the crowd, especially in Kerala. So I think the fans and him would be very happy to reunite. A lot of reunions happening in the upcoming season, right?
Now, just bring back David James and everything will be perfect.
Everything will be perfect, exactly. Well, that was that. I mean, we know how they were in the first season, and I'm pretty sure everybody's looking forward to something similar. Same consistency.
And you have to mention that the players who did not get picked from the draft, they're also having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Mohan Bagan have
picked
7 so far.
Yeah.
Like last night it was 5, then late night news broke Israel Gurung and somebody else has also joined Mohan Bagan. So 7 signings.
I think Mohan Bagan official must have been just waiting outside the door. Yeah. Draft is over.
Let's go to Calcutta. Come on, let's go. Mohan Bagan, I-League is ready for you. CFL is ready for you. I mean, before I-League could start.
Actually, yeah, some of them will get just CFL contracts, I think. Like, they will be told if you do well in CFL, we'll take you on for I-League. So, yeah.
Mohan Bagan.
Some of them might actually, if they do well in CFL and they're free after CFL, they might get into ISL teams.
Yeah.
Late October signings are a big possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Now let's move ahead with these two teams, Jamshedpur FC and Delhi Dynamos, who went fresh for the ISL draft, and they got to pick first. Now I think we'll start with Jamshedpur. So I would say, I mean, the team over there who was sitting up on the table, everyone, including the coaching staff and the management, did a great job. They finally showed they are in Indian football for a very long time. They know how it works. They know the Indian players. And look at them. I mean, I'm looking at the names that all the players that they've gathered, and I'm like, wow, just the Indian squad with no retentions. There you go. The first pick, we did mention, right, when we were previewing the draft system that these two big names should be going in the first round, and one of them did go. And when you get, it's like, just like I mentioned yesterday, I repeat it, when you know the ball is in your court, why would you not score, right? Anas Eratodika was their first pick, and even the others, Subrata Paul, Mehtab Hussain. I mean, look at that. Everyone known, they are experienced. They have a good mixture as well. When Farooq Chaudhary, Sumit Pasi, who's coming in. Great stuff. Chiranjit, go ahead.
Yeah, Jamshedpur FC and Bengaluru FC are 2 teams in ISL who would have had a much better team if they got to pick it from the open market.
Absolutely.
So because it's a draft, they actually lost out. And even with that limited setting, look at how well they have done. Started off with Anas Eratodika, brilliant pick. Then they went for the goalkeeper, like Subrata Paul, and just see that so many teams like Kerala Blasters and others, and we're talking about Delhi Dynamos today, even they have shown the same bias.
Yeah.
They pack the back with Indians,
absolutely,
but they leave the attack to the foreigners for the most part. But look at the kind of signings Jamshedpur FC have done. They have taken 2 good goalkeepers in Sanjeevan and Subrata. They have taken like 4-5 defenders with a varying amount of experience and youth. They've taken midfielders like Mehtab Hussain, a winger like Bikash Jairu, and they have stacked the attack with Indians. There's Jerry Mauming Thanga, not Jerry Lorenzo, uska picture aaya tha. They've got Sumit Pasi, who might deliver.
Yeah.
Like
given a chance, I mean, he's got enough game time as well.
Yeah, and I mean, he was not that bad. The kind of bashing he gets,
exactly,
not that bad, man. Ashim Biswas, they got him back as a just some sort of experience in case they need him. I don't really see him getting much game time, but they have signed across the board.
Yeah.
Like, so they want to give Indian players a chance to take a leadership role in the team. They don't want to be dependent on foreigners, and that is a brilliant message. It just shows how into Indian football they are.
Yeah.
They're not just trying to get in. They're not trying to get in for this season. These players that they have picked, they want them to stay for a long time.
Yeah.
And that vision is pretty obvious. And Ishfaq Ahmed, Steve Coppell, fair play to them.
I mean, look at the 10 teams, Kevin. When looking at them, don't you think Jamshedpur FC, who has a backing of Tata, has the most experience in Indian football, and that's what they've showed us in the draft by picking all these players, right?
I think what Chiranjeev started off with the point that if they were allowed to pick by themselves rather than the draft, this would have been a much more stronger team, because you would see some of the academy players coming into it, at least a couple of who outshine, just proven themselves in the smaller leagues and all. So, but as it is, they had to pick from the draft, and this is the first three names: Subrata Paul, Mehtab Hussain, and Anas. That itself just completes the story for them. If they are there, they are up to their fitness. I'm not sure of Mehtab Hussain can.
Mehtab Hussain can play with like 5 bandages on his head and 3 plasters on his foot.
No, my point was not the fitness. My point was if he can stay on the pitch without getting the cards. If that is the case,
it's part and parcel of his game, Kevin.
This is a tough team to beat. They've just got the immense experience, and Subrata Paul, what has he got to prove? Nothing. But he's there for a fight. He's come back strong. He's proved himself innocent, and right from the start he claimed that it was not his fault, and that's how he's come out clean over here. So he's going to be there. One of the best comebacks for him, coming back.
And
to
his
Tata
biggest contract ever in his lifetime.
Here he gets a chance, like he's been saying.
Somewhere, couple of years he was just put down because Gurpreet Singh Sandhu had taken up his place, and this is a chance to really rise again.
Get back. And also
think, just talking about Subrata, I think since he left Mohan Bagan, this is the first time he's going to be a part of a strong team. Because wherever he goes, I keep saying this, he's probably one of the best goalkeepers we've seen in the last 30 years, but he gets taken by these teams with these weak ass defenses, and he's left exposed, and he has to just cover for them. So he doesn't get to taste trophy success. So that's why he just we get to see him in action a lot, diving around, saving and being the Spider-Man and all that stuff, but he does not get to bite a medal or lift a trophy, and maybe this time he has a chance.
Look at him, who he has got, right? Anas up there, and we've seen him. Anas has been the talk of the town since he's shown his worth, right? Whether it's ISL, whether he did in I-League, whether it's national team, he's just proven, and that's why exactly they picked him first. And when I think Jamshedpur also we call this thing a stupid thing. What happened was the trade, or whatever that card, or whatever it meant for. But Jamshedpur FC, if you look at them, the trade thing only started in the 3rd round, right? And first 2 rounds they went first to pick, and look at their first 2 picks. Like, they are secured. They've got a keeper, they've got an experienced defender. It's also, when talking about Subrata, I think it's also his time to give back to his Tata Academy, right? For the fans out there, for the people out there who've shown trust in him. And overall, let's just sum up with Jamshedpur FC. What are your... Yes, we know we'll have couple more signings in foreigners and stuff like that, and we will definitely talk about the whole team when we are nearing the league. But your thoughts, Kevin? Jamshedpur FC, ISL, 2017-18 season? How do you look at
I
it?
think there's still some work to do because the wingers that they have among them, I would find just because Jeru to be one of the most experienced and reliable players there
Right.
in the outfield. Apart from that, Jerry is a prodigy that is to be looked out for.
Right.
But you cannot be really reliable or dependent on him.
Right.
The reason is he's got some good experience, but getting game time is really is just eluded him. So we need to see more of him. I hope we do, because at this age he really needs to play a lot more games than later in his career.
Okay. Chiranjit, your thoughts on the whole Jamshedpur FC, the Indian squad?
Well, it's more well-rounded than any other team that we have seen, the Indian contingent after the draft. It's a bit of a hit and miss with the strikers. Jerry, we don't know how well he will hold up at this stage. Farooq is a bit of a long-term prospect. Sumit Pasi, that again, like we have to see whether he will deliver or not. Ashim Biswas, I think they could have done without him, but hey, fair play. So all of that is fine, and I'm pretty sure now Steve Coppell will begin his work and supplement the wings, the attacking midfield, everything with good quality foreigners. Maybe a couple of foreign strikers are also in order, and we will see where this team goes. But look at I see these strikers, these Indian strikers, be there in Jamshedpur FC for the long term, be there for 3-4 years, and slowly make their mark in the team, despite whoever they bring in.
Okay. Now, as I mentioned, yesterday when we were talking about the draft, one of our followers, thank you to following our show, he wrote to us saying that he would like us to give them a rating as per they went by the draft. So, Chiranjit, how would you rate Jamshedpur FC out of 10?
8.
Great. That's what my pick as well. Great. Kevin?
I think that's just perfect.
Yeah, 8 on 10. So that's our call, 8 on 10. I think we all three on the same page. So now let's move on to the other team, Delhi Dynamos, who chose not to retain any of the Indian players and go and start fresh. So they were like in the second that they went, they had a chance to pick, and their first pick was Albino Gomes, the keeper, right? Same tradition, again following, getting their back really well, the defenders, the back midfield and the keeper. You've got an experienced keeper who's tasted success. Though he had a small stint in Mumbai City FC, the 4 matches that he played was amazing, outstanding. That's why he caught Khalid's eye. Went to Aizawl, then he was a star, won the league, and now here he is starting fresh for Delhi Dynamos. Chiranjit, we start with you.
Yeah, he deserved a chance to prove himself in this stage. He's 23.
Yep.
He's probably going to be a national team prospect in the long run. After Gurpreet, obviously. But look, he was there in Salgaonkar. He was too young. He did not get much game time.
Right.
Mumbai City, I think he was there twice. Total played 5 games. Yeah, again, spent most of the time in the bench. Finally, he got his due in Aizawl FC.
Right.
And what a service. Like we talk about when we talk about the Aizawl FC becoming champions, we talk about the services of Amna or Bai or Ashutosh and Jayesh and all that stuff. Defenders, the Mizo defenders we talk about, but Albino Gomes has been a hero throughout the season.
Yeah.
Just holding on, man. Like so many times he was exposed. It's not like Aizawl have the most experience or the most foolproof defense out there. Yeah. So he held through it all. It was not. It could not have been easy, which shows that he can immediately adapt to completely different conditions and different teams. Right. So hopefully, because he has been given that importance, that honor of being picked in the first round as the main goalkeeper. Hopefully he will, do justice to the trust Delhi Dynamos have placed on him. Sukhdev Patel. Yeah, he's there after him. Arnab Das Sharma, he's not gonna give up. He's a pretty good goalkeeper as well. So he's got 2 good goalkeepers to keep him on his toes. But look at this defense, man. Yeah. Pritam Kotal, Sena Ralte. Pratik Chaudhary. Sajid Dhoot is young, but hey, there's Rovilson Rodriguez, there's Simranjit Singh, there's that foreigner.
Indian, let's not do that.
Munmun Timothy Lagun. And you got some really good young talent in the midfield as well, proven ones. David Nangaithe is there, Romeo Fernandes.
Yeah.
Good to see him back
Exactly.
after that stupid suspension. Vinit Rai, Satyasen Singh, stacked,
Yeah.
completely stacked. They have made it clear they want the defense to be solid with Indians. They've got enough attacking midfield and classic traditional midfield stacked with Indians as well. And they've got Lalianzuala Changte up there,
Yeah.
who is probably going to get first few regular games this season, hopefully. So this is the first time Delhi Dynamos have invested in youth.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what Miguel Angel Portugal,
From Spain.
who's named Portugal, but yeah, he's from Spain. How he supplements it with proper Spanish signings, because I want to see Satyasen crossing into a Spanish striker. That is like kheer hai wo. ठीक है. I want to see Lalianzuala Changte interacting with a Spanish midfielder. Just get 8 Spanish players into this team.
Yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Now, Kevin, you looked at the team closely because you put up a story about the review of the whole draft that they've picked up the players. How do you go about the Delhi Dynamo squad at
I
the
think
moment?
firstly, the hot picks that we had put up, out of 5,
3 has gone to Delhi.
3 is directly given
So I'm
to.
telling you, they did a homework going through our story.
I think the 4th one which they missed was Anas.
Yeah.
But the question is, could they have kept him? We'll have to wait and watch, because Anas was not picked, he was not retained. So they let go of him in a way because I don't know what could have been there. Could have been negotiations, could have been the budget problem. But I'm not even sure if they would go again for him had they been given the chance in the second round or whatever. So here what we see is they've got for most of the defense line, and 3 goalkeepers is what they've already, that's closed. The
Stacked
department,
up, yeah.
that's done. So the forward line is kept open over here, and that's going to be the trend for all ISL teams. They will want to just fill up those positions with foreign strikers and probably midfielders who can really do the job of holding and putting in those offensive tackles. And there's a lot of offensive side for this team to be built up, rather than what we've seen about Jamshedpur, who've really done an overall, they've done some department work in all of it. So for them, it's for Delhi Dynamos, it's much more offensive side that they need to fill in. What more can we expect from this team is the Aspire Academy of Qatar that they have a tie-up with. So this is going to be very crucial, but it also depends on what type of imports they're getting in from there. Is it the training? Is it the coaches? Is it the development activities for the youth?
Right.
So it's going to be important going forward, because we've seen a lot of tie-ups happening with foreign teams. We've seen ATK getting in more coaches and players, but if it does help in the development side, nothing like it, because there's a lot of time for this team to get together and put up a strong fight.
Yeah. So, Ranjit, what do you have to say about this player, Vineet Rai, the under-23 player, 19 years old
He's
guy?
been ripping it up for the under-23 team.
Yeah.
So you can bet he can be of good service, if not this season, next season. And Delhi Dynamos, if they get a good few, and I'm looking at their foreign signings closely this season. If they get some good foreign signings in, then look at the kind of experience that can come to Vineet Rai or Lalianzuala or whoever else. And just going by this prospect of them not retaining Anaseda Thodika, look, they got Pritam Kotal for 75 lakhs. They saved how much in that process by trading Anas for essentially taking Pritam instead of Anas? They saved 35 lakhs, right? Which makes a lot of difference if you're gonna go for expensive foreigners, right? And look, it makes sense. They have not been the biggest spender, Delhi Dynamos, but they have invested in possibilities.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And this is the first time they've done that. Usually they just
Absolutely.
went with established names and something. कुछ भी करके मेरे को एक trophy लेना है and all that stuff. But this time they are, it shows a bit of a long-term vision. They are changing their tune. They are thinking about a long season. They will probably do a deeper squad as well, with more diversity to go around. Fair play then.
Yeah.
If you want to spend less, get some really good foreigners in who will really help these players develop and serve you for the next 3-4 years.
Right,
Good.
absolutely. I think, certain...
And move to Ambedkar, please.
Yeah. Oh yes. Please do that. That'll be good. I mean, that'll be then summing
That
up.
will be then the club
Yeah.
that Delhi deserves.
Yeah, exactly. So I think more crowd will come in. Now let's start. You want to rate, Kevin? How do you look at the whole Delhi Dynamos Indian squad here? Ratings out of 10.
Again, they've gone smart. They've not gone over the board over the spending. So a 7 is good enough for them.
Chiranjeev?
6.5.
Yeah. Wow, Chiranjeev. me I've jotted it down, but yeah, we are on the same page.
I would have given 7 if they had signed another proper striker.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
They can still do it.
yeah,
Like
I
if they
gave-
sign from open market, you pick up a good
pick up,
striker,
yeah.
Indian. Yeah, I'll update it.
Yeah, let's go about that. And yeah, even I had a 6.5 in mind. But yeah, let's see. Just to sum up over here, we have Jamshedpur and Delhi that we spoke about today. Jamshedpur taking up all the experience that they have, Tata management have in Indian football, showing up there on the table, getting up experienced players with a mixture of good up, for strikers out there and also wingers, and their pack is solid. And Delhi Dynamos on the other hand went a little bit of tricky, probably did a little more of paperwork, saying that where can we spend less but also a smart pick instead. I mean, not just any other player, but we get a good buy. That's how they went about. So now, just like Chiranjeev said, let's see how their foreign signings make up for this and how they build up the squad. So that's about it. We'll continue with this, and tomorrow we shall touch upon FC Pune City and FC Goa and see how they have done well, and also other stories that keep happening in Indian football. Now,
To end it, shout out to Delhi Dynamos for not signing Robin Singh.
yeah, I mean, that's once again, the tricky thing that they did. That's what they did. Well, yeah, that sums up. And if you're listening to us on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments below. Let us know what you think about these two teams and their picks at the draft. Hit the bell icon so you get updates of our new episode. You can also listen to us on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting apps. Follow the TFG Football Twitter handle where you get all the updates of Indian football. You can also read about all these stories up on our website, thefangarage.com. Have a great day, folks. You can also talk to us directly. Chiranjeev Toja, Boza Kevin, Sijin Matthew 94. Have a great day. Enjoy. Come back to us tomorrow. Cheers.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started atkt.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through atkt.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. atkt.in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out
IVM Podcasts.
to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.